and it's about that time of the show when I can wish a warm, or shall I say, I can say a warm welcome to my guest in the studio here. So that's Jose, the man like Shay Jose, currently live and direct in the studio. Shay, have you got a mic there?
Yep.
Excellent. Listen, the last 18 months or so have been pretty exciting for you. Pray tell.
Yeah, I basically took a long hiatus from DJing and just locked myself up in the studio quite hard. And yeah, started churning out some beats, and so yeah, I've had a little bit of success in the last couple of months.
Can you tell us about some of the collaborations that you've been able to amass over the last few months?
Yeah, currently I've got a track that's coming out actually on Monday through Robbie Rivera's Juicy Music. The track is actually a collaboration between myself and an Australian singer by the name of Sharon Muscat, and is co-written with a good friend of mine, Mr. Wilson. So we've had quite good success in that particular track. We've also actually written some other stuff for people like Love Rush UK. There's a remix that's coming out as well for those guys. So yeah, it's been quite successful, which is good.
So listen, can you tell the listeners and the viewers, first of all, how would you describe your music? What is your? Do you have a chosen genre that you like to produce, or what's the sort of?
I don't like to be boxed into a genre, so to speak. I guess if I had to choose some, it'll probably be tech house, a little bit of tribal, progressive definitely, soulful house, and just normal house, I guess. So that's and also never forgetting electro as well.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, anyone who's ever heard your productions can hear very, very clearly that there is scope in your work to branch out into many different genres. The quality is definitely there. But can you tell us, how did you get started in the industry? What happened 18 months ago that you suddenly just
I guess it was a mix of a little bit of luck, some good connections, and a lot of hard work.
Good tunes as well.
Yeah, yeah, that also helps. So I was fortunate enough to actually be introduced to Robbie through another DJ.
You're talking about Robbie
Rivera.
Okay,
yep. And I had already released a couple of things through some smaller labels in Spain, and had mild success with a couple of top 10 hits in the Austrian club charts, and also within the Swedish club charts with a track that I produced called Tara Song. And then I wrote this other track about a year ago, this track that's coming out on Monday called Leave Me Lonely. And Robbie liked it, and I guess from there a lot of people started noticing my stuff, and I got commissioned by him to do a remix of one of his tracks, and I guess the ball just sort of started rolling quite quickly from there. So I've managed to make some good connections and a lot of good friends, and hoping to get out to Miami hopefully next year, yeah, and actually meet the guys face to face now.
So really, a lot of your stuff has been purely virtual, online.
Oh man, yeah, you wouldn't believe it. So basically, it's all been through the computer, through Skype, and I'm sick of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually meeting a couple of the guys. I'm actually I've become really good friends with DJ Stonebridge.
Oh, cool.
So he's actually coming out next year, and we're actually doing a mini tour around Australia. So yeah, it should be good. There's some good prospects and some cool things happening in the next few months.
So listen, in terms, because certainly you are most definitely one of the most hard-working guys that I've ever come across. I mean, it takes me probably a month to get a track put together, where you've done 4 in that same time.
Oh yeah. But for those 4, I've probably trashed about 20 tracks that never made it to the final cut. Yeah. So yeah, look, it's extremely difficult. Juggling full-time job. I'm also engaged, and also the production side of things. So I basically finish work, get home, do all my admin stuff that I have to do, and any projects that come, I just have to really get through them like in that week, because the remixes that are requests that are coming through now are just ridiculous. I can't keep up with them, so I've had to actually push work back. So.
Oh, excellent! So you're actually getting lots of remix work coming
Yeah.
through. So obviously your work is certainly getting out and about to all the right people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At the moment it is. So it's hopefully it just continues this way, and I guess it's it's just a lot of hard work and keep on doing, and see where it takes me.
Would you say that you've got a fair representation in your own home country, Australia, or would you say you're still virtually unknown here?
I would say I'm pretty much virtually unknown here, which is quite funny. I've always found that the Australian scene is it's a very close-knit community, and unless you sort of know someone within that inner circle, it's very hard to break in
Sure.
to that particular circle. I tend to find also that my sound tends to be more for the European markets. It's every time I've released something, I've managed to get more exposure and a lot more love from the guys overseas than what I do here. However, in saying that, some of my new stuff that's actually coming out, it's specifically produced it for the markets here. So there's a new track that will be coming out probably towards the end of the year. That's I guess that new sort of electro complextro style that's coming out. So hopefully that should open a couple of doors here and at least bring me into that circle, so to speak. So we'll see how we go.
So is that how you see the scene over here in Sydney? That electros?
I guess not just here in Sydney. I guess overall in Australia, unfortunately, we get bombarded by the stuff that gets played on Today FM and Nova, and without taking a jab at at other radio stations.
No, we love you Today FM. We love you Nova. We do.
But if you're hearing the same stuff from every single radio station,
that's what you're going to become accustomed to.
Exactly, and that's what you like. And you go to the club and everybody's playing the same things. I think we still need to develop a lot more as a country, and with the music that we accept, especially the different genres. And I reckon this show's pretty cool because it actually exposes a lot of these other genres to people that probably wouldn't have heard them before.
For sure. Okay, so you've got all these projects on the go.
Yeah.
And you did talk very briefly about how difficult it was juggling the rest of your life. I mean, it was probably a good time to let people know that we actually met almost 2 years ago.
That's right.
Working as IT engineers and that for a well-known bank and that. And obviously this is where we are now. But would you, I mean, in terms of the percentage of work that you do, your daytime job, you're producing, and your personal life, how do they break out?
Let's see. On a normal week, I'll say we'll work Monday to Friday, say 9 to 5. I'll come home, have dinner, spend about an hour and a half with the missus, and I'm locked away, I guess, in my studio until like 12:30 at night.
Wow.
And I'll be producing, going through admin stuff, just answering emails, and that's probably about 3 or 4 nights every week.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that you haven't got a team of like 20 PR people, marketing staff, and whatever else?
Man, I wish. No, no way. It's just me, myself, and I at the moment. So yeah,
listen,
maybe in 10 years. So.
It's just managing this show is a heavy duty for me. If it wasn't for Alex and Katie, who I've just got on board, and there's I don't know how I would manage it. So really, once again, when I say that. Mr. Shea Jose is an extremely busy man. It says a lot about your ability to multitask and do everything to a very good level.
Yeah, I think I've had. It's been a little bit of a trial by fire. So so learning as I went along. Learning from my mistakes and sort of not trying to take on more work than I can handle. And now I guess trying to concentrate on at least releasing one decent, strong production every couple of months. That's my own. That's not just a remix job or something like that. So I tend to take a lot more time with my own work than other people's. Sorry if anyone is out there listening.
That's perfect. That's perfectly natural, to be honest with you. But okay, so what is your favourite track? The track that that you've put together, whether it be remix or your own production, that you felt 100% proud of, you're satisfied with, and you will look back on and still be happy with it.
Oh man, I can't actually say that I'm ever 100% happy with anything I've made. Like,
Right.
I will put something out there and then I will either hear it being played in like a mix or a podcast or something, and I'll listen back and I'll go, damn, I should have changed that part or moved that around. And even now, like, I'll produce a track and then I'll listen to it on my iPod for about 2 weeks, and then I'll still go back and make edits and stuff, and it's just a never-ending process. So.
Right. Can I actually be up front with you?
Yeah.
Do you remember that remix I did for you
Oh,
last
yes,
year?
that's right.
Well, that was the problem.
Yeah, so I know your feeling.
Okay, so listen, let's talk about DJing now. How much DJing do you get to do then?
At the moment, for really in the last year and a bit, I actually took a full year off. I don't really believe in doing anything half-hearted, so I really wanted to concentrate on my production and get it up to a level that I guess can be equal to what some of the guys out in the greater world are doing.
Sure.
So I'm actually going back. I'm going to start touring again in September, so I've got a couple of things coming up. I'm going to be up in the Central Coast Arena on the 17th on the put in. And then some other stuff coming up, and obviously I've got a tour in January and some other things, some other bits and pieces that will be up on my website and my Facebook page. Yeah.
So basically you're going to clone yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll try.
Well, listen, Shay, you've actually donated a mix for the weekly R&G, which I'm really, really busting to hear. Can you tell us about how that mix came about?
Yeah, well look, I've just sort of tried to compact the different genres that I like and I sort of play, which is tech, house, electro and big room, into about 30 minutes or so. So yeah, a lot of the tracks that are in there are actually my productions or remixes, and some productions by other people that are mine.
Excellent. Well, time is now 15 to the hour of 11. It's about that time when we let off with this week's guest, DJ producer, the man himself, Shay Jose. So hold tight, we got half an hour of the man, and then back afterwards to say goodbye. And yeah, just hold tight, we got Shay Jose in the mix.